This is working good though. I've got an hourglass of Siamese fighting. Siamese, not Chinese. There you go. Mollies. Yeah, I started to do some. In the Mollies, they like the little brackish water, a little more salt in the water. I got some Dalmatian Mollies, and but the male, I don't know if he killed the two females, but the two females ended up dead. I I get, unfortunately, I'll admit I get most of my fish at Petco. We don't have, I'm way out in the middle of nowhere. We don't have anything out here. I got to travel half an hour just to get to a Petco. But it's not like 4 hours to the nearest hospital. It's we don't have one in town anymore, but still, that's only a half hour away. Well, if it's a hospital, I'll get there in 10 minutes, but. And I tried buying online and mixed results, mostly bad. Mostly bad. I've learned that it doesn't matter what kind of water you keep them in. Well, let me say that a little differently. I've learned not to try to reproduce textbook water parameters because I don't think these fish ever see textbook water parameters. All they see is farm water from Florida. Whatever their water is in Florida, that's what all these fish are in. These farms don't mess around with water parameters. They don't care about pH. Okay, so I did not put the pearlfish back in. What did I do? Eat it? Sometimes I hit the A button. Oh, it's the right trigger that makes. Oh, I don't know. Where's my pearlfish? Well, I have to get another pearlfish. I think I ate the pearlfish. So this was just my attempt to display one of every fish and try to group them. Like, I think these are the cold water fish. The one in the back, the Arctic grayling. The one that looks like a speckled trout, brook trout, is the Arctic char. And the other one's a cod, all cold water fish. Depends on the hardness of the fish type, hardiness. Sometimes pH is very, yes, it is. But it's complicated. If pH can affect, it does affect strongly ammonia and ammonium. The ammonia, when the fish first pees, is the worst chemical in your water. A very little bit of ammonia can kill off your fish. But when you've got, I think it was really, the higher your pH, it will not allow ammonia to exist in the water. It changes it into ammonium, which is, that whole nitrogen cycle thing. It gets it closer to being safer and safer. So if you think, oh no, my pH is at 8 and it's supposed to be at 7.2, it's good enough. Unless maybe you've got discus. Some fish are very particular about having a tighter pH range, but it's mostly about having fresh water without the hints of ammonia or nitrates or nitrites. So you say, okay, I'm going to lower my pH. Well, now you push all that ammonium into ammonia. And you have an ammonia bloom, and your fish all die within a day. And you wonder, well, I've done it. I've done it. And it wasn't until reading and reading and reading and reading and reading, I finally learned that. Most fish are fine between 6 and 8. 6 and 8, you're good to go. Now, if you got a fish that wants 6 and you're putting him in 8, well, you better not have a bully in the tank. You better have that temperature nice and sweet for them. You better be feeding them real well, because fish can only handle like one stress. And if the pH is that far bad on them that they're stressing on it, you better not give them any other stress factors, because that's apt to kill them. But if you let it change slowly over time, and they get used to it. But these fish stores, they don't change the pH in their water. They're not going to spend a dime. That's right. There is more I wanted to put here. This is my main center so far. So this is where I hoard all my crafting stuff. This is where I'm going to get all my leather and leather strips. And it's where I'm going to get my pelts for making trophies. So I'll only use the really crappy hides like goat hides, wolf hides, cow hides, horse hides. Those hides I'll make into leather and leather strips. But like the ice bears and the ice wolves and the saber cats, those I won't turn into leather. I'll turn those into trophies. Saber cat. There we go. Snow bear. And always plenty of wolves. I bet you if I go in here, I don't know if I got 50 wolves in here. I was wrong. 70. This is where I put all my gems and jewels, but I'm pretty sure I don't have them. I'm pretty sure I sold them off. Yes, I did. And for now, this is where I hoard my skulls. Eventually, I'll make a skull pile somewhere or something like that. S. Oh, there's a sapphire. I missed it. That was a long way around. Holy crap. Just doing laps. And this is where I keep the dragon bones, dragon scales. Oh, D. Oh, I have none. Oh, good. And I save firewood up there. I put all the tools down there, picks, shovels, pickaxes. I saved my ore in here, but I've been moving my ore because a lot of the ore is used for building, and I'm building somewhere else. Gold ore, gold ingots were going here, silver, a lot of stuff like that. Here's where I put all my these kinds of items. Soul gems, Valara stones. I haven't found the purpose or reason for flawed Varla. I've always called these Valara, like I was dyslexic or something. Varla. Varla stone. But I hang on to them because I don't know what they might do. Might be something cool that I don't know about yet. And I've never found a purpose or a thing to do with soul gem fragments. But I hang on to them. I find out they're absolutely useless. They're probably used in a something to do with making potions or scrolls or something. They're the same as common soul gems, but reusable. Oh. Reusable, nice. So you don't have to have the star of that Daedric god. That was a reusable soul. I think it was a grand soul gem, but it was in the shape of a starfish. The star of... It escapes me. Here we go. I carry the common ones around with me. I sold all the ones that were empty. Except this one. Okay, that goes in there. I went buy all those. Didn't sell these. Again, more gems. I went right by them. Let's go see. I need that flawless sapphire. I'm not going to build a child's practice dummy. I want nothing to do with children in this game. I might hoard some away out in the middle of nowhere somewhere and lock them in a closet and feed them poison apples or something. I'm not sure, but I'm going to have fun with that. But there are no children allowed in my house. Then you can't have anything nice anymore. Only up to common, though. Oh. That's okay. You'll still need grand soul gems to enchant your gear. Uh-huh. Black Star of Azura. That's it. Azura. I know this stuff. Takes me a long time for my memory to finally give me the answer I'm looking for. This is what I need the flawless sapphire for. All this other stuff I have. As soon as I find a flawless sapphire, boom. These are the only two things left to build in this house that I plan on building. I also am staying away from animal heads. Mounted animal heads. Except for down here in the basement. I got that guy. And this, not there. Wrong room. This. Poor lighting, but. And the bear. And that's it. For animal heads. But. There is the mounted slaughterfish. And I can't get myself to put any of these fish up on boards. I think what I'm going to do is put slaughterfish on every single one of these boards. Every single one. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Let's see, do I have a slaughterfish on me? No. Yeah, right, like I'm gonna put a 3-inch fish up on that board. I don't know, what's that, maybe 4, 5 inches? Okay, so that I did, and there's a little. Okay. Unique armor that I'll use later. Okay, and here's where a lot of weird stuff goes. See, the potion for blacksmithing, the bracers for smithing. I keep that down here near the smithing armor table. Do I have any of that? I'd say the answer is no. So I would put armor in here to be worked on there, and I would put weapons in there to be worked on there. Oh, keys. I put any double keys in here. Oh, no double keys. There's that perk you can get though where it has to do with picking locks and whatnot. Oh, I got this at that cave that you get from the vampires where the waiter was kicking your butt. There was 3 of those in that place. I took one. Normally I leave those places unlooted. I don't believe in looting places like that. I like to leave everything on display where it was originally put. 99 point whatever percent. But I had to come home with a vampire doll. I'll be doing something cool with that at some point. I store all my ingredients there. I store all my food in that barrel in the back room. for now. Eventually I divide it up into meat and fish and vegetables. And there's so many containers that I keep everything kind of correlated until I use it. Now, let's go up to Winstead. There's a giant that just been hanging around here. Yeah. And every once in a while, don't worry about me, buddy. Nothing going on here. Can put smithing on gloves, armor, and both jewelry slots. When you're up your enchanting, you should disenchant those. Right, right. And I plan on going there. But right now, I don't like taking the expensive magic items and disenchanting them. I got 80 grand right now. I can spend that all. Collect those giant yes, I do. But I don't go around killing them for their toes. Oh, yeah. So what was the number? 235 or 40 something? 245. The same number as the other house. I just learned this like a couple days ago. I didn't know that's how these log piles worked. So the thing about this place that makes it so unique is you've got this fish farm thing down here. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll farm fish and see where that goes. So I can't get an interaction with him. I can't interact him. There were other fish in here. Oh, I see one of them. Let me down there. And so all these other fish you can interact with and take them out. But they're all disappearing. I had one of every fish in here. Well, 95%, whatever. I might have been only missing one or two. And now they've all disappeared. Except for these two. The last time I was here, there was like maybe 3 or 4 others. Out of what? 15? And so I'm like, okay, well, you come here and it only wants one fish of each brand. But I'm not going to put them in there because they're just going to disappear. Like, what am I getting out of this? It's cool. If you find banish, absorb health, or paralyze, you should buy and disenchant. You'll make far more coin. Yes, enchanting daggers than what was spent. Yeah. There's so many things I want to do. I'm still at the stage of the game where I'm prepping for a later game. I'm hoarding all this stuff. I'm making all my money now so I can buy all my properties. And once I buy all my properties, I don't need to hoard all that money anymore. It takes a lot of money to do a property. Well, Breeze Home's the cheapest at $5,000. And then it's going to cost you another $5,000 plus to furnish it. What about that one in Solitude? That place costs like $15,000, I think, and it costs close to that to furnish it. There's $30,000 right there. And I haven't finished the interiors of the other two homes. This one in Lakeview. I kind of didn't want to live in such a, I don't know, magnificent desolation. But on a nice weather, you get a good view of solitude right there. That's pretty cool. I got a screenshot of that somewhere. But everything was so cold and icy out here. I mean, you're out on the edge of the world up here, you know. The northernmost, you can't get much further north than this. That giant just hangs around, and every once in a while a drogger will spawn right about there, and I come home and I find it dead. As I loot it, drag its body off. I don't want a dead corpse so close to my house. Well, let's go in this door. Less chance of aggroing the big guy. Meyer Watch is my base now. Used to be Breeze Home, but it is free. It's for, but it, yeah. Well, I'm going there next. I knew this is my fish place. This is where I keep all my fish, because this is the fish farm. So this is where I keep all my unused fish. And I keep them in this barrel, the fish barrel. It's funny how some fish are food fish and some fish are ingredient fish. See, I forgot to put these ingredients in the ingredients bin. I'm not going back for that though. And I couldn't put any small ditherfish in the big tanks to get the water aging. But I was able to get, you know, one in each of the small tanks. Ah, you're mistaken. There is a smelter at Meyer Watch. Not the kind of smelter you're used to seeing, though. It's not that big, gigantic dome. It's a small brazier in the very center, near a cooking station or something, near a grind wheel. We're about to go there, so lost my bearings. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the back room. There we go. No, Meyer Watch is my favorite place. The only problem I have with Meyer Watch is the weapon storage. 90% of it is named. There's like, well, I shouldn't say 90%, half of it. Too much of it. Too much of it is for specialty named items only. But that's a plus. That's a plus. And there's a one of those bugs that spits poison is always here. Well, I shouldn't say all. There it is, right there. Well, maybe I can. Yeah, I guess not. Here, let's take care of it this way. What? What do I have? No mana? That was weird. How do you do against that thing? Oh, he's whacking it down pretty good. Oh, he took a hit there. Good job. I don't want to pick the death bell because I don't like to take away the pretty look around my house. I like to leave that stuff. Where'd it go? Chorus. Dang, never knew this was a smelter. You got the game going. Good. You taught me a lot of things tonight, so I'm able to teach you something. You want in? Well, come on in. What it's got that I love the most, massive amounts of book storage and massive amounts of weapon storage, massive amounts. Although this kind of book storage, well, this kind of book storage I don't like because you can't see it. But it gives me an obvious place to put my books. But I just love putting books, the collections. I'll go through and I'll organize these later once the collection is complete. 12. Is it only 12? Yeah, it's got more mannequins in it than anywhere I've ever seen. And that is the #1 appeal. Although a lot of this nice color and stuff, this is really, it's pretty. This stuff is pretty. And let's see, why did I come here? Because I had, oh, I forgot, all these mannequins are full. They're not all really cool stuff. They weren't meant to be. Reminds me of the Archmage quarters. Yeah, right. Round, the garden in the center growing all the goodies. Now I like these. These are dagger racks that you don't have to just drop the dagger in and hopefully and poke it around a couple times to try to line it up and make it not look like it's up against the wall, standing on its side 3/4 and in a really awkward position. It automatically places it perfect like that. You put it in just like any of these other weapon racks. This is my fishing bowl collection. I should probably put an Argonian on one end and the Akaviri on the other end. I just figured out a day or two ago that I can make those myself. More mannequins in the other house, top floor, as well as in the cellar. Which other house? This keeps happening. This thing tips over. As soon as you come in here, boom, bang, bang, crash. You get to see that thing fall because you come in this door. Boom, you appear here. Ba-ding, ba-ding. You see that thing bouncing around. There's something on the back of this table that often falls down on the ground. It's one of these round red things. This time it didn't happen. There was a book in a troll skull It would boppity boop all around the place and end up landing on the floor down here. I finally picked them up and figured, well, if I pick them up and take them out of here, maybe they'll stop falling. And there's a bunch of stuff on top of here. Those horns were falling. That potion there was a couple potions that kept falling. I finally picked them up and I put them in a potion hoarding spot somewhere. But I think I emptied this place. Otherwise, if you get too much stuff scattered out amongst too many houses, I spend so much time bouncing around from house to house because I can't keep track or remember everything where it is. I came here looking for mannequins, storing some weapons, and I don't have any weapons to store. Let me take a quick look. I'm pretty sure I think I'm ready to get rid of any of these. Yes, the Elven. The Elven. Yeah, not a fan of everything falling. Just ignore it now. That's. Well, let me show you. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. I'm gonna have fun again. This is fun, in my opinion. This is a lot of fun. And I'm like this at home as well. I find the place a mess. It's like if I had a son and his room was always a mess and I could never get him to clean it up, I'd say, fine, you want to live in a pigsty? Let me help you. Here. Oh, did you clean this corner of your room? Is it perfect? Is it just the way you like it? Can I maybe help you readjust a couple things? Thing is, you leave and come back, not immediately, but the appropriate amount of respawn time, and all this stuff gets put back to where it is right now. First, brother! You want to live in a pigsty? Let me help you out. Know what you mean. I raised 3 daughters. I think daughters are sloppier than boys. Just my little experience. I've had other people tell me. Well, and actually, I've experienced it through several ways. Like, I had a part-time after-school job as a janitor's helper. I'd erase the blackboards, I would empty the waste paper baskets, and I would have to go through the bathrooms and do the same thing in there. And the girls' bathroom was 3, 4, 5 times more disgusting than the men's ever would be. Ever. But I just, it's like, if you can't beat them, join them. Fred McMurray in reverse. 3 daughters, my 3 sons. Yes. I think I was watching that show before it went to reruns. Probably not. Probably not. I believe that show was filmed in the 50s. I don't think that show was filmed in the 60s. I was probably watching reruns. It was definitely black and white. Everything was black and white back. Well, almost everything was black and white. Well, almost everybody's TV was black and white back then. It was rare to have a color TV. Nope, I do that every time I do that. Show me a mannequin. I need a mannequin. And I will find the mannequin at Thunder House. Used to work washing dishes for a restaurant. Ladies' room was always, yeah. I don't know what's up with that. But I used to have to wear rubber gloves and use tongs to touch things. Because there's no way. And it wasn't my idea. That was their procedure. That's how they did it. That's how they taught me to do it. And on Saturday, I'd go in the morning and work a half a day. I would hook up a hose, connect it to the scalding hot water. These bathrooms were made out of tile, except the ceiling. I would go in and scrub the walls with rubber gloves and some kind of harsh detergent, and then power wash them. Not with a power washer, but just such high pressure, high volume city water, but school boiler temperature. Hot. It's kind of fun, as a 17 or 18-year-old getting to do that. But it was money. This will end up being spell books. Golden claw on the ground. Yep. It'll be on the ground when I come back. I wonder if I can get him to wear an amulet. Well, can't see it. So give it back. Well, he's wearing it. See the little triangle there? He's wearing it. Like, I can unequip it. Oh, which took it? That said equip. Oh, so I unequipped? Oh, take? That behaved as a take. Not too sure what just happened there. I think I might have just lost that. Let's take a look in my inventory. Amulet of... Oh, I equipped it onto myself. That's what I just did. That's what I just did. No, I want to equip this. I want my magicka to regenerate faster. That's important to me now. So, equip that. And give that. And it's there, but it's not. Okay, I was trying to get rid of that. Sometimes there's a way to leave a whole bunch of different armors in this list, but it'll only wear one at a time. But you can leave all the armors in here and periodically swap them out. Like a museum changes its display every once in a while. All right, sir, been playing over 12 hours. Wow, been a pleasure talking. Hey, thanks, Geezer Hermit. It was nice to meet you, and thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I got midnight. I should be quitting, but when I got someone to talk to, I just do that. There's plenty of times when it's a very, very quiet stream. Me talking to myself in an empty room, or people that watch the VOD. Thanks again, Geezer. Yeah, I'm wrapping up. That's why I'm doing this character management stuff. This is a pretty good place. This is a pretty good place. How did I do? I might be getting ready. I really don't use this. I really don't use this. I've only used it a couple times. It's a really good weapon, though. But this one's almost as good. 99% is good. Later, buddy. Yes, sir. Yeah. Ooh, 11 hours and 18 minutes. Yeah. Maybe we'll cut it at 12. Oh, 48 minutes. 12 more minutes. Yeah. Finish off the hour. That's the plan. Not written in stone, though. I kind of caught my third wind. I was up against the wall again with a big yawning fit, but it came and went. Let's take one more whack. At your Vasker Hall. And see if we can't get those companions. Now, there's a guy broken down on the road here. He's got the Whisper Mother's body in a casket. Or a sarcophagus. And it's broken down in front of one of these farms. I thought it was right here. But I ignored it. I left it there. I didn't interact with it. I didn't know how long it would sit here. And maybe it's not, maybe it's further down the road. It might be down around the next corner. I don't Yeah, I don't see any farms on my compass when I point down this way, but maybe they're too far away still. I don't think that. I'm just trying to convince myself. I'm whistling in the dark. There's no more farms down here. It's a done deal. Yeah, this is like a watchtower type thing. Kind of weird. You know, watchtower belongs up on top of a hill. Okay, so there is another farm down here. And I see a horse. And there's the cart. Wagon, okay. So I'll do this character. His voice is something else. Oh man. The voice actor who came up with this. What's going on here? Hey buddy. Yeah, says you. Okay. I'm gonna do a save in case this goes bad. This guy,
bother and befuddle! Stuck here! Stuck! My mother, my poor mother! Unmoving, at rest, but too still.
well, I'm trying to get a good... I got him in a good position. I was hoping for a better composition, but it's the best I can get out of it right now.
Bother and befuddle! Stuck here! Stuck! My mother, my poor mother! Unmoving, at rest, but too still.
This guy is something else.
Oh, poor Cicero is stuck. Can't you see? I was transporting my dear, sweet mother. Well, not her. Her corpse. She's quite dead. I'm taking mother to a new home, a new crypt, but... Wagon wheel! Damnedest wagon wheel! It broke. Don't you see?
Is there some way I can help?
Oh, yes! Yes, the kindly
Oh, I missed it! I missed it!
stranger can certainly help. Go to the farm, the Lorius farm, just over there, off the road. Talk to Lorius. He has tools. He can help me. But he won't. He refuses. Convince Lorius to fix my wheel. Do that.
I did.
Or Cicero will reward you with coin.
Oh.
Gleamy, shiny coin.
Come on, do another dance. If I knew he was going to do a dance, I'd have been prepared. It would have been nice to catch that dance. You know, like a couple quick screenshots, a half a second, a quarter of a second in succession. You can get the stop go animation kind of thing going on. I've done that with the Skyrim dance. I have a mod that I can make people in my settlements in Fallout 4 do the Skyrim dance. And I did that with Kate.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you,
Your
friend?
door wasn't locked.
Oh, for the love of Mara, what now?
The little man dressed like a circus clown really needs your help with his wagon.
That Cicero feller? Huh, tell me something I don't know. Crazy fool's already asked me about 5 times. Seems he's not satisfied with my answer. Why can't he just leave us alone?
Well, why not just help him out and then he'll be gone and you don't have to deal with him anymore. So what's the problem? I'm sure he'll pay you.
Pay me? You think this is about money? Have you seen the man? He's completely out of his head. A jester here in Skyrim? Ain't been a merry man in these parts for 100 years. And he's transporting some giant box. Says it's a coffin, and he's going to bury his mother. Mother, my eye. You could have anything in there. War contraband, weapons, skooma. Ain't no way I'm getting involved in any of that.
You have a point. What can I do to help? This might... Yeah, the quest started by... I was supposed to get this guy to help. But... it doesn't matter who does the help. So, he lends me the tools, I do the job, the guy's gone, everybody's happy.
Well, there is something. There's a guard patrols the road that crazy jester is on. He passes by pretty often. You could report the fool. You know, say he's done something against the law. That will at least get rid of him for me. What do you say?
No.
Fine, suit yourself. But you're wrong anyway. Just look at the fool. I don't know what it is, but he's damn well guilty of something.
He sure is, but we're not supposed to know that.
I thought we talked enough. Unless you've reconsidered my offer. That Cicero needs sorting.
So... what happened? Convince Lorius or report. Well, I'm not going to report. So I got to try to report him. I got to try to convince this guy again.
I thought we talked enough. Unless you've reconsidered my offer. That Cicero needs sorting.
I'll probably win the persuasion.
Look, yes, you're right. Feller might be nutters, might not. But fact is, he needs help. I turned him away. What kind of a man am I, huh?
Exactly.
Look, thanks. And I'm sorry for my unneighborly reaction. If you talk to Cicero, you be sure to tell him I'll be down to help soon.
Nice. I didn't think it was that late. Oh, it's dusk. It started 8 o'clock, yeah. I first found him down here. It was dark. It's like, I'm not going up and knock on that guy's door late at night. I've had that happen to me in real life, and I'm not knocking on someone's door at midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. I got a flat tire.
Her new home seems so very far.
This is better. Yeah, you see the broken wheel half in the picture? Right there. No. This will replace the previous one, but it's not the one I'm looking for yet. I want to give him good news really quick. I'd like to keep the garden in the picture, but this could be tough.
Poor
Yeah.
mother. Her new home seems so very far.
I wanted to catch him dancing. Talk to Larius. He's agreed to fix your wagon. I figure as soon as I say this, he's going to go into a happy dance. I wanted to catch that with this frame. Oh, and I got my reindeer out in the front. But it'd be really nice to catch that guard if I sit here for a minute with my finger near the tilde key. I can hit the A button. Here we go.
You did?
Come on, dance.
He has?
Hurry up. Dance, dance.
Oh,
No,
stranger!
no.
You have made Cicero so happy, so
I
jubilant
had
and
it set up
ecstatic.
perfectly.
Even more. My mother thanks you.
But he didn't cooperate.
Here for your troubles, shiny clinky gold. A few coins for your kind deed, and thank you again.
I love it when I get his costume. I get to run around in his gear. 600, nice. I thought this would be like a tier 0. So we done here?
I will wait for Lorius. Oh yes, Mother and I will wait right here until he fixes our wheel.
Well, there's your problem. Got a square axle. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Oh, you can't jump when you're running? Yeah, you can. Wow, that worked. To what end? I don't know. Well, we get him off the road anyway. Right, you're Vasker. I'll put that away. So there's 9 anniversary edition additional homes. 9. I've got 1, 2, 3 of them. Oh, Tundra House is 4. Let's try to shorten our path. I'll need to go through and canvass all these stores. Oh, geez, there's the hour already. Yeah, see, there's that. Earlier tonight, I picked this, and it's back. It's back. That's good. Okay, let's save some time. Just go to Breeze Home. Yeah.